Alright, so here are the ingredients for potato croquettes. So these are vegetable potato croquettes. I was inspired by TabiEats, and I had noticed that they had made their korokke, and I thought this was really a good idea, so I wanted to try it for tonight's dinner. So here we have mashed potatoes that I mashed earlier. Then I have diced portobello mushroom, ground black pepper, some diced extra firm tofu, Japanese style instant green curry, a little bit of olive oil, some boiled edamame beans, and 1 egg with a little bit of water, and some panko breadcrumbs. Alright, so the first thing you do is you add the oil to a cold pan. Okay. Okay, now that the oil is hot, I'm going to add the mushrooms. Stir it carefully. At this point, when it gets smoky, add the tofu. The tofu has a lot of water in the tofu, so you should keep everything moist. There's a dog barking in the yard. It's not my dog, it's the neighbor's. I do this all the time. I think it wants to, I don't know, I guess those neighbors have guests over and it just stays outside the yard. Does this at least once a day. Okay, in goes the curry. Should have done this earlier, but I wasn't thinking. Alright, so I'm adding a little bit of coconut milk, just a touch. I don't want too much. It's getting foggy in here. Let's sit back. And just add it periodically so it doesn't get too dry. I think it actually works better with coconut milk. I didn't know that. Oops, too steamy. Get out of the way. Add a little bit at a time because you want it to cook right. It's starting to smell really good. It smells like Japanese curry is usually sweeter than Indian style curry. smells a little bit fruity, like it has some kind of raisiny smell to it, a raisin smell. Alright, I think that's the texture I'm looking for. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool down before I incorporate it into the other ingredients. So I'm going to turn off the burner now. Okay, and then I'll take it off the burner. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to assemble all the ingredients together to make a croquette, or to make croquettes. So you get mashed potatoes, you get the edamame beans for color, and then you put in, it tastes better than what it looks, but it's delicious, the curry mushrooms and tofu with the curry seasoning. And then you're going to put black pepper into breadcrumbs, and then you're just gonna stir that in to give it flavor. And this is just one egg with a little bit of water. I'm just gonna stir it up a little bit. So now to assemble, I'm gonna stir this in. If it gets a little too runny, you could just let it, just mix it in really well with the potato, and it should be fine. The egg will help bind it all together. Let's see. I don't think I'm doing this right. I think I'm missing something. I think I'm missing the flour. So I'm just going to keep stirring, and then I'll add a little bit of flour in here. Just a touch. So that's what I'm going to do. So when in doubt, just change up the recipe. And then you learn from trial and error. Okay, in goes the flour. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I'm just going to add a little bit at a time. I don't know if let's do this. I just want a light batter. I think that's what I was looking for. Oh, I knew I missed something. I just didn't remember what it was. So this would be the wet ingredients, and that would be the dry. Alright, so that's good enough. Just leave it there just in case. So now with this. So I'm going to make these into little patties and then dredge or dip them in the batter and then dredge them in the panko breadcrumbs, and you'll see what they look like. So as I was trying to form the patty, I missed another important step. I was supposed to mold these into little patties like this one here and then dredge it in the flour. I should have seasoned it, which I will do that next time. And I think I was supposed to dip it in here and then coat it with the panko breadcrumbs. I'm going to try that and see how it looks like. Okay, so I don't know which method was better. This one, I left out the dredging with flour before I dipped it into the batter and rolled it into the panko breadcrumbs. And this one, I dredged it first, and then I rolled it, or I put it in the batter, I dipped it in the batter, and then I put it in the panko breadcrumbs, and it looks noticeably better. If you can notice this one, how it has it gives a little bit, and this one's kind of soggy. So I think it does make a difference. And I'm going to compare how they are different. So I will do that right now. Alright, so that didn't work out. I didn't like how when I added flour to this, I took it out by the way and added just, I'm going to do just one egg and a little touch of water this time. I think it was a mistake to put in flour. Yeah, I'm going to do this over again. As you can see here, I've already made a mess of these little croquettes. I've never done this before, and I'm not following a recipe, so I just thought I'd honestly show you the steps I am taking to perfect it. Alright, so I'm very happy with how they turned out. I really like how it looks. It's much better than this one, this one, this one, or this one. This one was when I don't think I put flour in the, I don't know, this one. I didn't put flour in the egg. It feels like this one here, but this is bigger. So I think that was a better idea. But I don't think I don't know if, anyway, this is better. This is much better. So what I did was I first molded these into little small round patties. And then I dredged them in flour. And then I dipped it in the egg wash. And then I dredged them in the panko breadcrumbs. I put a little black pepper in there. So I'm going to finish making these and I'll show you the next step. Alright, so this is what they look like. I've already greased the foil with some olive oil, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some olive oil, some more, and I'm going to oil the top part of it just to crisp them up in the oven. I'm not going to fry them because I think this might be slightly healthier. It still is some grease that you put on food, but that's better than frying, I assume. So you just don't want to put too much, but you want to put enough to make them brown. I think I put a little bit too much on this one. Just look for any places that need extra oil. And I've only put like 1 tablespoon in here, so it looks like it's a lot, but it's not. So the next thing I'll do is oil the the next thing I'll do is I'll oil this. One, two, three, 4, 5. Then I'll do the same on the top side. So 1 tablespoon of oil goes a long way. I think this is more like 1.5, but better than 4 cups of oil wasted and then you have to throw it away after that. You can't really reuse grease. So I think this might be a better alternative. I'm going to put this in the middle to make it easier. And they are ready to go into a preheated oven at, let's try 350 degrees Fahrenheit. all of this hard work and there's a stupid dog barking. I am so annoyed right now. Okay, dog, go to sleep.